I deserve that. Oh, I just spittled all over myself. Oh. All righty. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to it.
This is becoming a drink cart over here.
Yeah, you got all that. You got your liquor over there, vodka, whiskey.
Don't ask.
Dry vermouth. Making martinis, I see.
Oh my God, martini sounds fantastic.
Yeah,
I know it's a little early, but
never too early
I
for
feel
a
like
martini.
it's never too early for a martini.
No, it's because it's a classy drink.
And it's refreshing, and you drink it slow.
Yeah, it's a
don't drink it
sipping.
fast.
It's a sipping drink.
You'll fall down.
Mama needs her sauce.
I would know.
You will. You will fall down multiple times. All right, here we go.
The Plan B Morning Show. Only on Rock 107 WIRX. Everything that rocks.
All righty, good morning. Welcome to it. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Brock, Kiki.
Hi, did
Linda.
you say you?
Good morning,
yeah.
Linda.
Good morning,
I
Linda.
want Linda to be left out. Okay. Yeah, I can't get in it with DJ Alligator because I tweaked my neck. So like I wanted to do that, but I was like,
This is almost 40.
yeah. I don't
I
know.
feel great. I had wine last night. Real loosened.
Lucy, that and that Benadryl, you're feeling.
Wine and Benadryl.
Yeah.
I really did.
That
get a
you're
little-
easy, Janice
God, I
Joplin.
didn't
Calm
think
down
about
now.
that.
You're fine. Again, Kiki always worries about overdosing. She thinks she's going to go straight up Janice Joplin.
Yeah.
But that was like a full bottle of Jack and a handful of painkillers.
Okay, well.
You're okay. You took 3 Excedrin and you had a glass of wine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Yeah.
3 Excedrin. That's just crazy. I'll cut 1 in half. How about that?
You took one.
I actually only took half a Benadryl because I had a glass of wine like 4 hours prior.
You took 1 Centrum Silver. All right. And
the 50 plus.
Yeah, the 50 plus and half a glass of rosé. You're okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
No.
But yeah, no, I tweaked it. I don't know, maybe on my Bowflex, maybe getting a sweet pump in yesterday.
Whoa,
That might have been
be
it.
careful down there.
I know. I've been really getting it.
Haas.
I've been really getting it. I put on my hair metal and I just go to town on the Bowflex. So yeah.
Your yacht rock.
No, you don't listen to Yacht Rock while you're working out, okay?
Well,
Yacht Rock is for cruising,
You
doing
confuse
yard
me
work.
sometimes.
No,
You use a lot yacht rock more than you should. I think
because it's so good.
it's so
kidding me?
bad.
Michael
Ugh.
McDonald, Yamo Save Me,
Yo.
Ambrosia, all right? Poco, get out of here. Yeah. Benny Mardones, even though it's a creepy song, he's on there. Yeah. Kenny Loggins, easy listening. You don't hear Danger Zone on there. You hear the other stuff.
I'm not as attracted to you. I'm going to be honest when you listen to yacht rock.
It's so good. And
I
that's
feel
fine.
like I'm listening to like my parents' music.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. And that's fine.
Is Kenny G in there too?
No, that's different.
It's a little different.
That's
Okay.
different.
All right,
That's
all
different.
right, all right.
Yeah. You have Joe Manzini.
A lot of
He's the one-
slow music though.
Manzini's the one that's just, it's all trumpet and instrumental.
Oh, there, yeah. That
That
one sounds like elevator music.
It sounds like, I think it's the Love Boat theme, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what? When you're out there,
Or I'm on a hold. Are you on hold?
Yeah.
Every time I get in, are you on
It's
hold
soothing.
or something?
it's soothing. So, well, go
Oh,
ahead.
I didn't know your life was so stressful.
Be unattracted to me because I'm going to keep listening to my Yacht Rock because it's amazing. Well, hey, welcome to it. Hour number 2 on the Plan B Morning Show. Brock and Kiki. Don't forget to join us on our stream. We'll be on there for the next hour or so. Get in on the fun. We're on Facebook and the Plan B Show YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to that for web exclusive content. Scott's already on there. Good morning, Scott. Scotty. All right. Why don't we do morning dump?
Every time we see Scotty, I always want to say, Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know. I'm
Scotty
sure
doesn't know.
anybody named Scott, as great as a movie as Euro Trip is,
Yeah.
it's honestly up there as far as like raunchy
Yeah.
teen college age comedies,
For sure.
a la American Pie, Road Trip. Euro Trip is awesome,
Yeah.
but every person named
Except
Scott.
when he makes out with his sister. That was kind of
You
weird.
made out with your sister,
That was kind
man.
of weird. It took a dark
Hilarious.
turn. I'm like, oh, I think
Hilarious.
that kind of drew the line for me. I was like, ooh.
I think everyone's hopped up
Do
on
I keep
absinthe.
watching this? Yeah,
Oh,
they're
it's
all
so
hopped up
good.
on absinthe.
Look, if
Made out with your
she was
sister.
my sister, I would make out with her. I'm going to put it that way.
Oh,
Michelle
what
Tenenbaum,
is
whatever it
wrong
is.
with
Look,
you?
I'm not saying I'd go all the way, but a little makeout.
Oh,
That's how attractive she
gross.
is. I'm just saying.
Ew, stop
Just say-
talking. What's wrong with
Look,
you?
I'm not saying we're going to go all the way.
Oh my god.
Okay. Just saying.
Oh.
You made out with your sister,
Oh,
man.
and they're sitting there like trying to scrub their
Yeah.
tongues off.
Here's a fun fact.
Those poor siblings.
He takes his Froberg's guide. He's like, oh, here's a fun fact. You made out with your sister, man. I'm going to kill you. That movie's so good.
It's so
Anyway,
good.
back to my original point. Anybody named Scott at
Yeah.
that point, they probably have kind of a sore spot with that
Mhm,
movie because,
mhm.
yeah, Scotty Doesn't Know became a
Big
sensation.
hit.
Big hit after
Big
that.
hit.
Matt Damon sings it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's shaved
He
shaped
gets
like
all
punk rock.
punk rock.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Yeah, he pulled that off.
He
He was
did.
pretty hot.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Is this your whole try? Are you trying to
Can
get
he
back
be
me for
that
the
for Halloween?
Matt Damon?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to cut my hair that short, but I kind of.
You could probably pull it off, I
probably.
think.
Matt Damon.
Matt Dave.
Matt Damon.
Another great movie.
Yeah, the Team America.
Team America.
Vance
God, it's such a weird
Top
movie.
Gun actor.
Top Gun actor.
You ruin every quote
Me?
that I do. Yes, you
I
do.
think I'm.
That was terrible.
pretty much
Top Gun
copying.
actor.
I'm
Gary?
copying you.
Gary.
I sound just like you,
Gary.
Gary.
Not even.
Gary.
Now suck my. Anyway, this was a interesting start to the second hour. We covered a lot. Why don't we get to it? It's time for your morning dump.
It's your morning dump with Brock and Kiki. Trends, tech, Hollywood sleaze, and more.
As always, your morning dump brought to you by Pump
That
Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them 269-445-77
77.
or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Yeah, pump it. Oh, you know, you know, so I just go ahead and pump it. Pump this. Your backyard is full of stinky stuff.
Get it pumped.
Call them before that happens.
Yeah.
That's it. We always say, like,
Maintenance
as a
before
right,
before
you know,
the destruction.
cut off the problem
So
at the source.
you have a poo yard.
Yeah, poo yard.
You don't want a poo
Yeah,
yard.
who wants that? Unless it's
about
full
to
of
get
Winnie the
snowy.
Poohs.
Honey, why is this snow?
Yeah,
Brown.
yucky.
That's not good.
That's not a winter wonderland, is it?
That is not. That's a sad.
That's a sad.
Wonderland.
That makes.
Smelly.
That's not Frosty the Snowman. That's Frosty the
Poo man.
Pooh Man. Anyway, pumpthatseptic.com. They got you covered. Why don't we kick it off with this? I got 3 good ones. I'm going to try and get to all of them. First, the McRib is making its McReturn. Anyway,
Oh, that was good.
fans of McDonald's McRib sandwich spend years hoping for the limited edition sandwich to return to menus, and now it appears some good news may be coming. Some loyal McRib lovers are keeping a close eye on the developments and got word that the sandwich has returned to menus in the UK. An even better sign is that a McDonald's spokesperson recently announced that the McRib will return to locations in the greater Ozarks area
Oh,
on Wednesday, November 27th.
my area?
Your old kid,
My stomping
which
grounds?
makes sense. You are McRib people. I mean,
Oh,
it,
heck yeah, we are.
you are mystery meat slathered in barbecue sauce kind of people.
sauce. We love it.
So, if there's a start, then maybe we'll see a possible larger return to the McRib.
You're acting like it's been gone for 20 years. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh,
I haven't had it.
please come here. Please come to our town.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 2-3 years? It's
No, not even. You're joking. It was back like last year.
no, I don't think they.
No,
No, they
really?
didn't brought it. It's been gone for a couple years
How
now.
long has the
McRib been gone?
Been gone?
Yeah, I think a couple
in the
years.
USA.
I think a couple years.
USA.
Yeah, why would they just do a soft release in the UK?
Yeah, see, it was returned to select restaurants in November of 2023. I remember
So it was
talking
a
about
couple
it
places,
just
yeah.
last November.
But limited. But that was the limited. I think people are looking for a nationwide.
It was removed from everywhere on November
Yeah.
20th, 2022.
Yeah.
Why do they keep doing that? Why are they messing with it?
Because it gets people excited about a average sandwich. And I'm going to say that,
I
folks, just like the Shamrock Shake, just like the pumpkins, you guys are being tricked. Everyone's being tricked into thinking this is good food. The McRib is not a good sandwich. All right. It is lips and booty holes pressed into the shape of what? A riblet?
Right.
And then soaked in barbecue sauce. It's not a good sandwich.
No.
But then we lose our mouth. It's
I mean,
terrible.
it's kind of messed up. There's no bone in it. And
Yeah.
It's shaped like a rib.
It's mystery meat
It's mystery meat. It's
covered
been-
in barbecue sauce.
Do you know it's been around since 1981? It has been
Yeah.
off and on the menu since 1981.
Yeah.
And I bet you that those ingredients and how they make it I bet nothing has changed.
Oh no, they're still using the same frozen patties
is
from
scary.
1981.
Yeah.
They're like, we made way too many of these.
They made way too many. That's why they take them off because
Right.
they feel like, oh, we gotta
Well,
save
we got to.
some.
We're starting to get near the end here. We got
and
to.
then we'll
All those
relaunch it.
original patties that we made in 1980 for the big launch in
Is
1981.
it really a pork sandwich? It says it's a barbecue slathered
Yeah.
pork sandwich.
Yeah, what it is
Is it
it's
mostly pork?
it's hot dog meat pressed
hot
into
dog meat.
that's it's lips and booties holes, guys, covered in barbecue sauce. That's all it is. Quit losing your minds. Making long lines at the McDonald's
it's a-
drive-through.
It's a barbecue sauce. Tastes.
Well, that's
real
all.
good.
It's all sugar.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
all.
it's sugary. But
Sweet
don't get me wrong.
sauce.
Yeah, it's and it's the same. Here's the thing. It's the same barbecue sauce you can get for your.
Oh yeah,
your
it's
chicken
just
nuggets.
what's the guy that's
What?
on the bottle?
The guy that's on
That
the
we
bottle.
always get.
Oh, the stub. What are you talking about? The Stubs?
No.
What are you
oh my
talking
God,
about?
the brand of the barbecue sauce is really sweet that we have gotten before.
I always buy Open Pit because I'm a cheap
my
bastard.
God, never mind.
I get the bottom shelf Open Pit barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Are you talking about Famous Dave's with the pig?
No.
What are you talking about? There's a guy on our barbecue sauce bottle?
I'm looking it up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it's this guy right here. It's that sugar free we got for a while.
Yeah, that's the Stubs. That's the Stubs sugar free, right?
It says G Hughes.
Mm,
No,
that's
not
it. Yep.
G Hughes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
it's got a guy on it.
Yeah, but that's the sugar free. It's not as good.
No,
It's not as good.
Oh, I see the Stubs. Yeah. We've gotten Stubs.
Stubs before, but
Yeah, why do they have barbecue sauce? Got a lot of people on it.
a lot of guys making barbecue sauce for a long time.
Yeah.
But no, I do Open Pit because I'm a cheap bastard. And Open Pit is the worst of all barbecue sauces. But when you only want to spend 48 cents for a gallon of barbecue sauce, you get Open Pit barbecue sauce. But anyway, everyone, pressed lips and booty holes covered in barbecue sauce, possibly.
Possibly. You can go to the Ozarks.
You can go to the Ozarks with the rest of the hill people.
Tell them Kiki sent you.
That's fine dining down there, all right?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you go to Kansas City,
We're not
you
talking
should
about.
you should
You guys
get
need to
some
stop.
real barbecue.
Missouri needs
real
to stop.
barbecue.
Okay, Missouri needs to stop claiming
Barbecue
Kansas City.
capital of the world.
You guys need to stop claiming Kansas City. That
It
is
is.
such a small part of Missouri.
It is. It's
and
inside the line.
the rest of
Half
Missouri-
half of it's in Kansas, but
The rest of Missouri is hill
we got
people.
the good. We got the good side.
It's moonshiners and hill people, okay? And then you have the fancy big city. You guys need to stop claiming Kansas City as your own,
Right.
okay? Because that is as far downtown Kansas City compared to the Ozarks,
Mhm.
about as far apart as you can get as
Well,
far as the
sure.
world's,
Well,
right?
Sure, culture.
We're
yeah.
talking no
But It's
shoes,
still Missouri.
no shoes to Nikes, all right?
Mhm.
Gucci.
You're talking
to
about your experience to where I grew up compared
overalls.
to when we have gone to Kansas City is widely different.
Right. Overalls that are tattered at the bottom. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's So stop claiming that Kansas City is your place. Okay. No, you're a hill person, and all you hill people are very far removed from the big city
Well, yeah,
and the
it's
shining lights.
northern Kansas City. I grew up
Unbelievable.
in southern,
Unbelievable.
or it's northern Missouri.
Look.
I grew up in the part that says Missouri.
Your McRib people, they are like fancy barbecue people.
Yeah, we
okay?
like to go there sometimes
go to the big
to
city.
dine when we got extra cash.
See them buildings that go up 3 stories.
No, we don't go to the city. We go to the mom and pop
The
barbecue
outskirts.
place.
So you don't even
The
go
rougher it looks, the better the barbecue.
That's true. That's true. Anyway, McRib is coming back it for a limited time in certain areas. Could be much bigger.
Mm.
Let's move on because I am getting a little hungry.
Now I know.
I could go for a
Why do
McRib
you always
right now.
talk about food in the mornings?
Well, we all remember this. You actually gave us an update on the real life Lieutenant Dan,
Oh yeah.
who just survived Hurricane Milton.
He did survive. I wasn't sure.
He's alive.
He's alive.
Lieutenant Dan.
I think
if
his
you don't
daughter
know,
stepped in or something.
his real name is Joseph Malinowski.
Lieutenant Dan.
He was a one-legged sailor who made the news for refusing to evacuate his sailboat before Milton barreled down on the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his story doesn't end quite as well as the Forrest Gump Lieutenant Stan, where he becomes an astronaut. He turns his life around,
He becomes an astronaut?
Yeah, at the end of Forrest Gump.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right. Okay,
At
I
the
get
end,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
has
yeah.
his
That's
he
right.
has his Asian girlfriend, which is also a
Yes.
turning point because obviously
Yes.
Lieutenant Dan was in Vietnam.
Right.
So you'd think he'd be at war with Asian people, but now he finds an Asian wife. He gets new legs, turns his life around. That's not what happened to this guy. No, a real life Lieutenant Dan down in Florida is in jail for trespassing
No.
and failure to appear in court for previous charges. What those charges are of a one-legged guy on a sailboat, I don't know.
Trespassing. Did he jump on someone else's boat?
I don't know.
To
I don't
take
know.
cover?
So he survived Milton. Lieutenant Dan told us he wasn't afraid of anything,
Right.
except maybe some jail time. That's happening with Lieutenant
Well,
Dan. So
He was also quite the ladies' man.
was he?
I don't know. I mean, he was trying to be. He said that he would. There was another update with Lieutenant Dan that said he would only get off his boat if a lady would join him.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, I love this guy. I love this guy. Well,
and then his daughter stepped in and was like, "Oh my god,
Dad, for the love of God, get off the boat."
get off the boat." But I never knew what happened. I just knew that she had finally contacted him and was hoping
Hopeful.
to get him.
Well, he survived, but now he's in jail for charges.
Trespassing.
Yeah.
How
it tracks.
How does he?
A one-legged guy in a sailboat in a hurricane. He had priors.
How do you
That's
get-
probably why he didn't want to get off the boat. He's like, no, if I get off this boat,
Gotcha.
right
They
now,
can
but
get
in-
me.
I'm in international waters right now.
waters.
all right, I'm a pirate at this point. And then he got off onto dry land. Boom, arrested.
Dang.
Arrested, all the charges.
Or trespassing. Not a weak charge. Thought it was harder than that.
Yes. Come on, Dan. Well, you might have been trespassing. Well, because there's other charges. Who knows? Could be drug charges. I don't know.
Naughty.
Sexual assault charge. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Jeez. Why'd you take it there?
I'm just saying. I mean, one-legged guy in a boat. You don't know what's going on down there in Florida. What about this? We'll end with this. The bell pepper code has been making headlines, and if you don't know, it seems there's a trend overseas right now and working its way to the United States
Oh, super.
called the bell pepper trend or bell pepper code, which people are using to signal other supermarket shoppers that they would like to maybe
No.
swap produce,
I
if
thought
you will.
I thought they just held a pineapple and turned it upside down.
See, now that's different. Pineapples are for swingers. So this is what it is. Apparently, if you
Oh.
place 2 bell peppers, doesn't matter what color, in your cart with the stems facing down,
Oh,
it
no.
tells the other shoppers that you're looking for something casual.
What if
You're
I
looking to hook up.
accidentally do that?
I feel like there might be some cross signals. Yeah.
I feel like there should be more intentional placement.
Look, I'm just trying to
Because if I
get
put
groceries
2
for
bell
my
peppers
family.
down, it's easy that they might be upside down.
Now I got a bunch of horned up dudes
I got
making passes at me in the
I got a trail of onlookers
frozen pizza aisle.
making a pass at me.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bell peppers, that's a pretty deliberate thing. You got to be stems down.
Why don't you hold them stems down but up against your chest?
Like up here,
Like
I got you. So
Yeah.
like the melons, but with bell peppers.
And then you just wink a lot
How are
and
I
see
think people?
who comes running to the yard.
I think that's
The bell peppers come bring them.
my bell peppers bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah.
Is that what it would be?
Mhm.
I think you might be putting out a little too much there. This is very subtle. Bell
Supposed to be
peppers
discreet.
turned over, right?
Too
And just
discreet.
2 of them.
It's too discreet.
Yeah, because you don't want to do something too flashy, you know. Like if I have a Jack's Frozen Peepa balancing on top of my head, I want to have sex with you. You know, I
feel like there's going to be a lot of wrong readings.
Oh,
here.
for sure. But next time you're at the grocery store and you see someone stems down bell pepper,
Stems down.
it doesn't 100%, but maybe go over, give them a pickup line, see what's going on. You might get pepper sprayed. You might not. You might end up meeting the love of your life.
Yeah.
Or at least have a good Tuesday night after going to Kroger's or whatever it
this
is.
could be some really good people watching.
Yeah.
You know, because the peppers we get at Aldi, they come in a sleeve. Can you imagine someone's like discreetly opening them
Yeah. Yeah, right.
and then placing 2 of them out of the 3?
Right there. So you know
putting
what's
them
up.
upside down. Gosh, we should just
You know what?
hang back and just watch.
I
people.
like this though. This is much more of a meet cute than like going to the club and everyone's
sure.
drunk and there's loud music.
For sure. People
feel
want
like-
to meet someone at the grocery store
I
or
think it'd be nicer.
somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
very nice and
Less
not
aggressive and abrasive than like at the club, you know?
Yeah.
You're not meeting your forever wife. Not saying people haven't, but the odds of meeting that chick you're
did.
gonna,
at the bar.
we did, yeah. Yeah. I did. Well, I didn't want this to turn out what it did. It snowballed on me. It got away from me. I'll be honest.
Okay.
I was expecting something quick, casual,
yeah.
and then somehow you locked me down and Here I am. Bell peppers. Don't worry about me, folks. Of course, you don't need to be a bunch of guys getting in trouble too from their wives. Oh, why'd you put the bell peppers in here, Gary? Like that? Trying to hook up with some whore in the grocery in the grocery store?
This is not going to work out well for most people.
Yeah. Anyway. All right, there you go. That is your morning dump. We'll be back with more. It's the Plan B Morning Show.
The Morning Dump, brought to you by Pump That Septic. Clean your septic today with Pump That Septic. Call them today, 269-445-7777, or visit pumpthatseptic.com. Rock 107 WIRX. Everything that rocks.
Yep. Okie. Sorry, there we go.
Is it turlet?
Turlet. Yes, for Pump That Septic. Good morning, Trevor. Yes, the McRib is the cheapest pork they can get. Yeah, it's nitrates and sodium. It's just hot dogs pressed into riblet form.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, though, I don't know if it's just the mixture of the onions and the bun. It's not like it's not like I'll eat one for sure. Like if someone says, "Hey, I got you a McRib," I won't be like, "F you, buddy." Yeah, exactly, Walter. It's the same ribs they made back in the 80s. It's just that frozen stack of that sound like bricks when you put them together, clinking around. Freezer burnt.
Yeah.
Enough barbecue sauce, it'll be fine. All right, we're going to get into sports. David, you have a wonderful morning as well. Appreciate it. Trevor, you do like open pit? I'm just, as far as barbecue sauce is concerned, it's not up there. It's the bottom of the shelf. Ooh. Okay. Well, you said you had a sports story, Kiki?
I do have a sports story.
Okay. Because there's a lot happening in the sports world, so.
I have to find it. Are we doing sports next?
Yes.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on the Facebook.
It's 7:28.
Well,
To be honest, we're getting into it kind of late. All right. Okie dokie, artichoke. This coffee is so good, but it's so hot right now, and I need more. I don't quite have the pick-me-up energy that I was looking for. Sorry, everyone. That was super gross in the microphone.
ew, stop doing it. You're making it worse. Oh, man.
Is it like this sound?
No, you got to get water in there. Make it really suction.
Kiki, you're sick. All right, here we go. Sports time.
Grainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Plan B Morning Show.
The gates are open.
Only on Rock 107 WIRX. Everything that rocks.
And dance with the devil.
Well, good morning. Welcome to it. Plan B Morning Show. Brock, Kiki.
Howdy.
Don't forget, we are streaming. Make sure you join us. We got the usual suspects on there. Love to see you on there. Get in on the fun. Facebook, the Plan B Show YouTube page will be on for the next half hour or so. With that said, there is a lot going on. We got a lot of news in the sports world. So why don't we get to it so we got time to talk about all of the latest breaking at sports time.
Plan B Morning Show Sports with Brock and Kiki.
Okay, so basically all my news is football news. I'm sure there's other stuff going on, but let me hit on this real quick because there is hockey. Regular season has started tonight. The Red Wings taking on the New York Islanders at 7:45. The Canucks taking on the Blackhawks in Chicago at 8:15. All right, let's talk Monday Night Football real quick. Just give some scores. What's your story have to deal with? What is
hockey?
It is
a
hockey
team.
Okay, well,
it's a video they made. I'm not happy about.
We just did hockey. Do you want to do that before we get into the NFL?
Sure. You ever heard of the Maple Leafs?
Toronto, from beautiful Toronto, Canada.
Those bastards.
Those bastards.
Those bastards decided to make a video.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like their ball boy or whatever. Puck boy.
Puck fella.
Stick holder.
Puck guy.
Stick holder guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever. Decided to make a video and said, hey, what birth year do you consider old? These sons of bitches.
Yeah. What?
The first couple started out pretty strong.
Yeah.
It still made me feel terrible about myself.
Yeah.
They said the 88s.
88s.
Yeah. That's younger than me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
These youngins think I'm old.
Honey, I hate
Am
to
I
break
old?
this. You're almost
No.
40.
That's not old at all. Old is like 80.
Well, that's really old. You're middle aged. You
No.
understand that? You're
Uh-uh.
you're a middle aged woman.
No, 50, right? It's middle age.
No.
As you get older, middle age gets older. That's how
No.
it works.
Okay, that's true. If you live,
You never actually hit middle age
So,
somehow.
if the average lifespan is like 76 for men, like I'm
76?
yeah.
No, it's like 85.
No, you are giving us way too. No, the average. Oh, look this
Well,
up.
anyways, as the video continues, these fellas decided that actually, just kidding, 95
Wow.
was old. One of them said, "Well, I'm old. I was born in 98.
Well,
You son
Yeah.
of a bitch.
I mean, for that,
Are
you
you
think you're
joking?
playing with a bunch of 17,
I'm
18,
old.
19-year-olds. Yeah. Well, I hate to break it to you. 95 people who are born in 95 are turning 30 this next year.
It's not old.
But it compared to
40 is old.
when you were 18,
I refuse to say I'm old. That's where we're
that's
at.
okay. That's what you're bringing this up. You just want to let everyone know that, like,
I'm not old.
you're not old. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Not old.
I
And-
feel you getting defensive, so
and
I'm
this
not going to
hockey-
push
this
this.
hockey team can burn to the ground.
Suck a high hard one, right? The sons
Yeah.
of bitches. Yeah. So the average life expectancy in the U.S. is 76.3. How old are you?
76? That's so sad.
How old are you?
That's not old enough.
It's not. I know it's not old enough, and I'm hoping modern medicine. You know, this is what I'm banking on: is that by the time we're in our 50s, modern medicine has made it far enough, so in another decade, where
So-
we'll get an extra.
So 38. I'm not even middle aged yet.
you,
It's next
are.
year.
You
I got
are.
1 year.
You are knocking on the door.
I'm on the under.
You are. So
I'm
you're
on
still
the
young.
under.
Look at you. You're still youthful and vibrant.
Yeah, F you.
These
Maple Leafs.
Toronto
Kinda
Maple Leaf.
name is a leaf.
You Canadian
team's
bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go eat some maple syrup.
Yeah. Go have
Maybe choke on it.
go have some Tim Hortons and choke on a moose
Moose.
on moose jerky. There you go. Yeah, they got moose up there. But okay, well, look, I'm not going to press this because I can clearly see you
Well.
getting defensive about this and your age.
Well,
So
I
you're-
apparently am in
you're-
my head's in the clouds. 'Cause
you're-
I did not realize that.
you're as
I'm
youthful as the
technically
day
old.
I met
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
You look wonderful.
Yeah. I want to write them a letter.
Not well. The fact that
From
you
an
just
old
hold on.
hag.
The fact that you said write them a letter and not send them an email.
I am
You're
old.
gonna write them a handwritten note.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna mail it. And
Yeah, because if you send an email, it just gets buried in their spam.
no one writes letters anymore. What happened to the good
If you
old
write a letter, it's more guaranteed to get there than see it.
Well, this old lady really took her time.
See,
really
they
took her time.
appreciate it. I think
That's
people
good.
appreciate letters.
That's good.
All right.
Kiki's not old, everyone. And if you call her that, she will get defensive. Just keep that in mind because she's still under middle age.
Yes.
Good job.
Thank you. Carry
Wonderful.
on.
Carry on. Let's talk football. Because she's got to take her Centrum Silver before here in too long. Last night, Monday Night Football, Ravens beat the Bucks 41-31. Cardinals edged one by the Chargers 17-15. Nothing too crazy in there. Lamar Jackson had a really great game, 281 yards, 5 touchdowns. We'll see what happens with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, unfortunately, amazing seasons,
Mhm.
MVP worthy seasons, and then they choke in the playoffs, and they haven't been able to capitalize on them being one of the best teams in the NFL over the last, 3 years. Anyway, great showing by them. Ravens beating up on the Bucks. The Bucks still looking good though, which is crazy because you got Baker Mayfield over there.
That's
who-
who we got.
that's who we got.
That's our guy.
How'd he do?
He got 24 points. Good thing I didn't listen to you and put A. Rogers in. He only got us 14 points. So he pretty much averages about 12 to 14
Aaron,
points.
he's going to turn it on. Trust me. Watch this.
B.
Watch this. He's gonna
Mayfield
turn it on.
averages between 24 and 30.
Mayfield's been lighting it up.
Two.
He's been having a hell of a season already with the
know.
Bucks. Well, here, I got some other big news from around the NFL. Let's talk first Lions news. ESPN was reporting during Monday Night Football that Detroit Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams is facing a 2-game suspension for using a banned performance-enhancing substance.
Oh, what
Using a
is he using?
PES or a PED. ESPN did not say what the substance was or when the alleged substance was used. Williams missed most of the 2022 season after tearing his ACL while playing in the college football national championship game
Opioids?
for Alabama.
Opioids.
Painkillers, possibly. You know, if he's doing that, if he's
Mhm.
but painkillers aren't banned substances, though. I don't believe. I don't. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
'cause
know
that
what the
doesn't
line
enhance
is.
You, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it slows you down. I
I
mean,
don't
you
know.
can. Brett Favre was eating,
Steroids, right?
60 Percocet a day, for God's sakes.
Oh, was he on steroids?
No, I don't think Brett Favre ever did steroids,
Oh,
but he
okay.
was on major painkillers.
Gotcha.
And a lot of them are. I'm sure you play that game, you're probably just.
Got to.
Just
yeah,
chugging 'em.
hurting.
But anyway, sorry, bad news for the Lions. Jameson Williams out 2 games because of performance-enhancing substances. Don't know what it is, but he is out. And that's the second big hit after losing Hutchinson for the Lions
Yeah.
on defense. Here's another loss. Huge loss. Well, I won't say huge loss, but Deshaun Watson won't finish the season as Cleveland's starting quarterback for the second straight year. Watson ruptured his right Achilles in the first half of Sunday's loss to Cincinnati. His collapse triggered some Browns fans to cheer as he laid on the ground. I remember he told you that you deserve it.
What?
Well, again, we talked about this yesterday. You don't
I
listen to
know.
anything I say. Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, he's not a good guy. He's
I
got
got you. Yeah,
all
yeah,
sorts of legal troubles
Yeah.
off of the field. He walked off the field at one of the
that's right.
games on the
That's
fourth
right.
down, right?
I do
So
remember that.
but here's the problem though. The Browns are on the hook for a lot of money with Deshaun Watson. All right. They have, I think he's guaranteed, even if he doesn't play another snap from now until like the 2027 season, he's still guaranteed like $145 million.
Dang.
They signed this guy to a crazy contract. And as a Browns fan, you got to be feeling really disheartened at this point. You've already been struggling.
Yeah.
You brought in Deshaun after getting rid of Baker Mayfield. All right.
Mhm.
And now he's out, blown Achilles. And that's what happened to Rodgers.
you were saying.
Rodgers barely made it back for this season.
Yeah, he's out the rest of the season.
And that was during the first game. We're already 6
and he
games in.
still, and he still sucks. So
Not the same Rodgers, not the same player. I see what you're trying to do. You're never going to make me not love Rodgers. But now, a good chunk into the season, blown Achilles, that's really a year out. That is a year injury to be 100%.
yeah.
As Browns, and now you're on the hook. So even if you want to bring in someone, sign someone, you got no effing money to do it
Mhm.
because you owe this piece of trash a guaranteed $145 million.
Did you do background checks, or is this all after the fact?
Man, Walter just said, I think he's something like 40% of the Browns salary cap. That's
That's
insane.
crazy.
Oh, look, Browns fans, we love picking on you because you guys have just kind of been the whipping team and just always like, oh, the Browns suck. And one season, all the fans were just wearing brown paper bags on their faces because they didn't want to be seen in the stadium. And now this happens. This is a huge hit. So I don't know what's in store for the Browns. And this is what it was. They signed him in 2022 as he dealt with accusations of sexual assault brought on by 24 women in Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They do not do any.
No,
background check?
this was on while he was. They signed him even
they
with that.
signed him even with that going on.
And now a blown Achilles
oh
from this
my
guy.
gosh.
So
Greed.
I just never thought he was that great to begin with.
Ugh.
That they would do that kind of contract. But Browns fans, I don't know what's going to happen with you. Sorry, guys. Also, another big loss, and I can never say it. Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk, anyway, from one of the star receivers for the 49ers,
Yeah.
out for the rest of the season as well.
Yikes.
After tearing ligaments in his right knee.
We took him out.
That a big hit, and that was, I believe, that was during the
Chiefs game.
Chiefs game. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, well, Chiefs players are dirty, so it probably was a dirty hit. Now
The refs actually did it.
the
for
refs
us.
hit him. The refs actually hit him with the car on the way to the stadium because that's what they did. So that's a big hit there. Other NFL news, and I know we got a lot going on, but I want to talk about this. Tua could return to the playing
No
field.
way. Well, we
Um,
dropped him, but
Dropped him, and why are they letting
Right.
this guy play football?
still.
There should be like some legal team or
Does he not have a family?
no, he
He's just-
does.
He just doesn't know what else to do with his life.
And I get it. He's a young guy. This is a hard thing to happen to a guy that's, I think, maybe 26, 20. Like, he's still got a full
He just
career ahead of
wanted
him.
to play
and
into
wanted to
his
play,
30s.
But, dude, he's not going to. I tell you what, he won't be able to eat except through a
I know.
straw in his 40s if he keeps it up.
Gosh.
Just Tua. I get it. but there are much better options than you getting another. If I like, it's almost to the point where he gets like one more, he might have like brain
Permanent.
right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there ever like a doctor that steps in and says you cannot play? That's part of the NFL,
Here's the problem: when you're at this level,
right?
with this kind of money on the
Mhm,
table
mhm.
and everything,
No one can tell you.
it's the same thing that celebrities deal with. Why Michael Jackson OD'd and people like Prince
Right.
OD because they got these Dr. Feelgoods, these people that won't tell him no
Right.
because
They're on
there's
the retainer.
they're on the retain. There's too much money on the table.
Mhm.
Like, look, as your doctor, I may say one thing, but you're cleared to play.
Right.
And all they hear is he's cleared to play.
Here's your.
Let's get the
here's your
pony back
note
out there.
for
Yeah.
coach.
Yep. So they're talking about it. He got cleared. He will practice tomorrow. If that goes well, the plan is for him to start at home on Sunday.
Yikes.
Oh my God. Like, I'd feel bad as a defensive player hitting him again.
Right.
Because are you going to be the guy that permanently damages Tua for the rest of his man? Tua, go into coaching, something, be a quarterback coach. You can make good money being a quarterback coach, but you know what you can't get good money on is if you're drooling on the sideline in a wheelchair
Yeah.
because you had to play ball, man. Anyway, well, no football tonight. I don't think there's any baseball news because we don't know when they're playing yet for the World Series.
Mhm.
So we'll just end it at that.
Did you say there was other hockey
No,
news?
no. That was your hockey news.
Oh, that was mine.
yeah.
Oh, I thought you had hockey news too.
You know what? Your brain's starting to go
It's
to.
the-
I think
it's the Benadryl.
no, it's the
man.
old age is what it is. Those
No!
Maple Leafs were right. Those
You know
players,
what?
all those young strapping men, they'd see you be like, ugh, why is that old lady here? Is that old lady here? She's trying
All
too
right,
hard.
Get out of here.
She's trying too
Get
hard.
out of here.
That's your sports. We'll be back.
The Plan B Morning Show.
And you.
All right. Good morning, Troy. Good morning. World Series. Thank you, Lou. Good morning, Troy. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Amanda. Oh, yeah. Ryan said, make sure you get your Metamucil.
Ow.
Hilarious.
My bones.
My bones. It's cold. My bones. All right. Topic of the day coming up. Ooh. What do we have for topic of the day? Don, 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 don. Oh, seriously, I have to do this. I can't just turn my head. I got to turn my whole body to get my coffee.
Oh. I don't feel sorry for you.
I feel like you. Is this what it feels like to be so old and gross?
You're older than me, you jerk.
Ah. All right. Topic for today. By the way, was the kiddo up? I thought I heard some.
Yes, she is.
Okay. Grandma got her, though? Or is she still in-
kinda? She
kind of.
won't go to grandma. Mom is the only one, but she'll wait in there all morning.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
has
yeah.
gradually vanished? I was reading these last night, and there is like one kind of thinking mostly with this.
Mhm.
Mostly characteristics of people. I've noticed.
Gotcha.
Things that
So
have
not
vanished.
things,
Not things
Yeah.
so much as in like
the moral fabric
the
of
moral
society.
fabric of society
Gotcha.
is the common answer.
Gotcha.
There's literally probably only like 4 people that actually said like
Oh,
a thing.
Xbox 360 or whatever.
Like
you know,
someone
yeah.
said like DVDs.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we bought some recently for the camper, and I was upset that I did because, we
Phone booths. Landline. Phone booths.
phone booths might even be
Pay
last
phones.
30 years. Yeah.
Where are payphones? Do they finally just get? I feel
There's
like
a
it wasn't
couple.
that long
God, you
until
couldn't pay.
saw
You
some
couldn't pay me to
payphone.
use a payphone. Ugh, some hobo rubbing it on his genitals.
Morning
Ready?
Show.
That's what
Rock
payphones are used
107
for now.
WIRX.
It's a-
Everything
it's a-
that rocks.
It's a hobo nut scratcher.
Junk scratcher.
Hold on, there we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to it. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Kiki and I were talking off air on the stream, and
I did not know that.
if anyone's just coming in, we're coming on air to a weird spot in the conversation where I was saying you couldn't pay me to use a payphone because at this point,
Hobos use it.
just hobos use it to scratch their genitals and not make phone calls. They check for quarters and then they rub the receiver on their genitals because they got a deep itch on their hobo nuts,
Oh,
and that's what it is.
that's gross.
That's what it is. Ah, my penis is making a phone call.
Well,
I'm a crazy
luckily-
man. What?
Well, luckily, I'm pretty sure payphones is something that has vanished over the past 20 years
That's
without
right.
us really noticing.
Without us paying attention. So,
Yeah,
yes.
we haven't had to use them. They've just been kind of abandoned. Maybe occasionally a hobo scratches it.
Not occasionally, every single time. Every single
and
time.
looks for quarters. And then all of a sudden you look around and no, there's none. None left.
Kiki is alluding to our topic of the day. Join us for that on the stream as well as on air. What has gradually vanished from society over the past 20 years without many people noticing? And you made a comment, an observation, because we got a ton of comments on this. A lot of it is about characteristics, the moral fabric of society,
yes.
Common sense, respect and integrity, common sense.
Yeah.
Common sense.
Work ethic.
Yeah.
Which is, for sure.
Integrity. That was a big one.
Yeah. Respect and honesty. God, I feel like a lot of people.
Are we that bad?
Are we that bad?
I mean, not us, just society.
For sure.
Yeah. Man, it's tough because I do think we're becoming less.
I think social media has done that. If you look at the past 20 years and where how people acted, now people are just rude because they can hide behind a keyboard.
They can. Well, then it transfers over.
Or
Or
it's spam. We're talking about respect and honesty. Yeah, we're dealing with scammers left and right.
Yeah.
People trying to break into our software and steal our information.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of respect and trust and all that stuff that's gone out the window.
Yeah.
Because we've been exposed to this digital world.
Well, and
last 20 years.
You're exposed, like everyone's on there. So it's not just like, the good stuff.
Your
It's all the bad stuff.
And
Right.
People.
Right.
Yeah. You're seeing the whole world.
Well, like I've always said, is social media has given every town back in the day before social media. We all had one or two of the village idiots, all right? The guys that said stupid things, acted like jerks, whatever. Well, now what we did was we gave them a way to connect globally. So now all these people that were just confined to their little areas in their little towns, well, now they're all together on socials and they have this platform, and it really has messed with it. And I think it's made us all maybe a little jaded, a little angry, and then that carries over. I find myself, you do that kind of where you're just scrolling through, like, look at this idiot. Look at this moron.
Yeah.
I'm glad that happened to that person. What a dumb bitch. You know what I mean, right? It's terrible.
Really see the idiocracy.
And it brings out the worst in you then, too, because then you're looking and you're judging these people.
Yeah.
I never would have judged these people before because I wouldn't have seen them. So it's making us all bad.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, like
social
respect.
Skills. Celeste said a couple of things. Quality. Nothing lasts like it used to. I agree.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Has gone down
in the last 20 years. 100%. Yeah.
They don't. Nothing lasts like it used to.
And I hate it because we go to these places, and I mean, there's a couple stores where they have a set price and everything's below that price. You know what I'm talking about? And it's nice, but then you go and you buy this stuff and you realize, like, I'm going to throw most of this stuff away in a year.
It's junk.
It's junk. It won't last. Yep. But then it fills up our landfills, but we're okay with it. We have this throwaway mentality. So quality is a good answer.
She also said in social skills by some of the younger generations, just a different, maybe a different kind of social skills.
Yeah. And it's tough because I don't want to be hard
they can
on.
hide behind a lot of digital communication rather than meeting up in person.
Eye contact, conversations. Yeah. I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be, but we're getting close to I think a breaking point.
Yeah.
If it's not pushed. Brandon had a good answer. Something that's slowly vanished from society. No one's really noticed.
What?
Mixtapes. A sweet burn CD. Oh man.
I mean, also someone said, TJ said DVDs.
DVDs, yes.
I still see a $5 DVD bin from time to time.
But are you rifling?
Not often.
It's not as exciting as it was. No, because everything's downloaded. But mixtapes, I can't remember the last time. I saw someone slide in a bitchin' mix CD. Spring Break 02 mix.
Mixtape.
Hard to beat.
Your mixed CDs are pretty well named.
Yeah.
They say good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I have one that says all over
awesome.
Awesome, all over the place, but good. That one probably has country, rock, maybe some R&B on there. It's just all over the place, but it's good. They're all bangers. They're all bangers. Yeah, I can make a mean mix CD. Heather had a good one.
What?
Something that's vanished from society. People didn't really notice. Being able to work on your own car. Now, I'm not one that is mechanically inclined, but nowadays you pop a hood and you're like, all right, everything's electric, or everything's electrical now. You got computer on board. I mean, you give me an old carbureted car, I could probably get it, figure it out, or at least read enough to do it. So these new cars, unbelievable, which is cool. I love the technology, but
what about James said comedy? I think I get where I think I get where he's saying, because
nobody can say anything without getting in trouble now.
Anything.
Everyone's offended by everything.
Everyone's offended, so you can't really joke around like you used to. And isn't it weird that back then comedy was so it almost felt kind of like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Even though some of it was kind of
risque,
but it was still very cheeky, charismatic,
because people didn't look into it as much as they do now. It's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was who Craig Ferguson, obviously we love.
Right.
I watched clips from his show. There's no way a host could get away with how he interacted with the women guests. He would have been fired for sex.
They all do that.
He's skeezy, but not
Letterman, all of them,
all the old school ones, right? But
right.
Nowadays, though, it's I think maybe it would. Well, again, people weren't offended by everything. You could have the man show with girls on trampolines and people were. It's it's different. Yeah, so I think comedy is a good answer.
Yeah.
Brad said phone booths. I like Kevin's answer. You see Kevin's? I think he has a really good answer.
Oh yeah.
Women that know how to cook.
Yeah, sure. Kevin, you dummy.
All these broads in pantsuits don't know how to cook a decent meal anymore. Unbelievable.
What about?
Let's focus on Kevin's answer for a little bit.
Gender roles.
Nah, let's not dive into that one, fellas and ladies, or whatever you go. But we're not.
You guys can cook too.
We're not getting into that one.
Come on
now. Dane said literacy. I'm not going to be as harsh on that. I think reading has for sure gone down, reading and writing, but cursive. How about cursive? They're not doing cursive anymore.
Nope.
That is complete. I mean,
how do people sign their names?
I don't think they
it's always going to be digital docu sign. It might be.
Or everyone's going to have toddler-esque signatures.
Right.
I actually don't think they're teaching
wingdings.
So you just slapped your hand on the screen. That's my signature.
Why did you draw a star and a line and a dot?
It's just easier. It's just easier that way.
Wingding font. That's all I learned.
But I don't think they're teaching cursive at most high schools anymore, are they?
No,
I don't think they do.
No,
that's crazy. All that cursive that I learned out the window. Those are Z's. Those look like R's to me. Any other good ones? I mean, there's a lot of great ones on there.
Yeah, a lot of common sense.
Yeah, manners was a big one.
Manners. A lot of this stuff too. No, I won't say it.
What?
I like how we complain about the younger generation, but isn't some of this stuff taught by the parents? Are we, or the generation above us, are we being lazy with our parenting and assuming our kids should just
be better?
Just be better?
That's always a conversation you have, because
are they learning stuff, and it's not all, I get there's influences, outside influences. They got online,
but
now.
That's all from the generation before us.
Their friends,
yeah.
You know what I mean? All those things can definitely shape someone's morals and work ethic and all the things, you know. But I mean, usually it starts at home, and I like how we complain about the kids these days. And I'm like, aren't these our kids?
They're our kids,
or our older siblings as kids that we're complaining
no one
about?
No one wants to take responsibility. Boomers love to complain about millennials, even though they raised us.
Right.
All right.
They made us the broken people we are now.
And
Gen X too.
They don't do that. And then they just assume that we grew up like pieces of trash, even though boomers are the ones that raised us and taught us everything that we have and what we know society wise, instead of just like we're doing with Gen Z. Now, yes, there's some outside influence things, but it's the generation before. You can't be mad at the
generation.
If we didn't teach our daughter anything,
right?
But no, we have to go with and we're learning as we go. But don't complain about the generation below.
It's our responsibility to shape the younger generation,
Right?
Because those are your children,
Right.
I don't know. It just sometimes it rubs me wrong.
Mhm.
I get it. Like kids suck sometimes.
Yeah.
I get it. I wish they would work harder and I wish they would do certain things
Mhm.
too. But those are just kids for you.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the parents.
Yeah.
What are you doing to shape those children up?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, they're just
You're not
little
doing
babies that are
anything.
growing up. We got to
just-
teach them.
You're just
And
bitching about
I think
them
we're
all the
just doing a
time.
terrible job.
Yeah.
I think we all can agree, though, the boomers did the worst job. They did the worst job. They just set us up for failure, and that's where we're at. Sorry, boomers.
And
All right.
This is why, my older sibling, Gen X. This is why Gen X is so broken and
Gen
angry.
X, and then it just
Because
carried
they're
over into
boomer
us. Yeah,
parents.
just
And
unbelievable.
then it carried into us. They had to raise us, the
Yeah.
the older millennials.
Yeah, we got raised by Gen X,
by
for
Gen
God's
X.
sakes.
I know. We're all in this together. Gen X and millennials, we're in this together,
Yeah,
we
take
really
it on
are.
the boomers. Take it on the
really
boomers
are.
who just love yelling at us
Yeah.
and are eating up our Social Security because they won't die because we're keeping them alive longer. Unbelievable.
They're taking up political chairs and everything.
Stop it.
Get them out.
Let's see. Is there any other answers? I really, there were some great ones on here. I'm gonna go to Reddit. Oh, Reddit had some good ones. Just more of like physical things, tangible things, like McDonald's play places or just play places at
Yes.
fast food joints.
Brandon had one too. He said, "What happened to kids eating free at a restaurant? Do they do that anymore? Kids eat free.
Kids
That's
eat
not a
free.
thing anymore.
Not as big as it used to
You're
be.
right,
You can
though.
still go to like
Big family
Like-
used to get a sweet little cut on
Yeah.
certain days of the week.
Yeah.
At a certain restaurant.
like Golden Corrals, places where people eat buffet style and
Mhm.
are mouth breathers and have a lot of kids. That probably is still doing it, but let me touch on the play places thing again real quick because I think that's the best for everyone because ball pits are the grossest things in the world. Not to mention ball pits
Yeah.
at fast food restaurants.
Find all kinds of treasures in there.
I don't know if I'd
It's
call
like
a
a
rogue
treasure pit.
Band-Aid off of little Timmy's knee is a treasure.
to the toddler in there, it's definitely
Oh
a
my
treasure.
God. Yeah, sitting out there. Hold
To
on.
the parents, a nightmare.
What was that? Oh, that was a Band-Aid, Ma. I'm going to get back down in there and see if I can find some
Look
quarters.
what I found. Ugh.
That's for the best. That's for the best. Someone on here said 24-hour grocery stores. Did those disappear? No, you can
What
still
is
go
it?
24-hour grocery stores. You go to bigger areas,
don't
you can
know.
get to a Walmart or a Meijer.
I'm not sure.
Anything else?
Janelle said farms are slowly vanishing.
Oh God. Yeah, that's been for a while. And
Yeah.
that's depressing.
Yeah. Lauren confirmed that Bridgman still teaches cursive.
Oh, they do.
Nice.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Kids aren't going to need it, but that's
Bruce
all right.
has a burned CD in his truck right now.
Attaboy, Bruce.
Best of 99.
Attaboy, Bruce.
Yes.
You know what someone else said on here? Phone books.
Oh, yeah, phone books.
That's a good
They
answer.
suddenly just stopped being
Yeah.
dropped off in your front porch.
Yeah, if I actually, if
Taking
someone
up a full shelf
it just
on your cabinet.
taking out a chunk of the Amazon, so we have
that drawer. What do you do with that drawer now?
God,
That just was filled with that massive phone book.
massive phone book. Who's the comedian who said I printed off a piece of the internet for you? Here you go.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up online. This is good. I like that. I like. There's some great answers on here. I'm gonna save this one, and then maybe we'll do like here Woody Wagons. I want people to have more tangible stuff for the next time we do this. But yeah, when's the last time you got to go Woody
Yeah,
Wagon?
I feel like
Whack!
that was a venting session for
Yeah.
our people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work ethic. No one wants to work anymore.
It's damn kids these days.
No one's trustworthy. I get it.
Unbelievable.
I'm frustrated.
Society's
We're-
going right down the toilet.
Yep.
All
We
right.
don't disagree. Yeah.
We're gonna be back with more. It's the Plan B Morning Show. Stick around.
I may not have a brain, gentlemen.
Hold on. Oh my God. Alan had a great answer. Ponderosa.
Yeah. What is that?
Ponderosa Steakhouse. Oh my God.
Oh.
Yeah. And I believe
TGI Fridays.
there's a good
our
one.
Favorite Friday
this is our
reference.
favorite Friday reference, a defunct restaurant. So, Alan, if I'm not mistaken, was Ponderosa where you could cook your own steak? I think so.
What?
No, I'm sorry. Prime Quarter Steakhouse.
They
which-
let you cook your own.
So you could order a steak, but instead in the middle they
Oh.
had this giant. And actually, you know what? I think there's one not
Kinda
far
like
from where we live.
Japanese steakhouse.
Different kind, no, because you cooked it, so you could have someone cook it for.
Got
They
you.
take
Got
it in back. A chef would do it, or you'd walk in and they had these cases of meat. You'd be like, "I want that one." And then they had these big brick,
Mhm.
brick lined grills
Yeah.
that you could go take your thick cut Texas toast that you'd butter up, throw
Oh,
it on
that's
there.
cool.
So you'd be standing there with your dad, and you got your steak, and he's got his steak, and you're sitting there cooking steaks. And you know what? I think there's a Prime Quarter not far from where we live.
Really? Really?
if I'm not mistaken. We need to go do Prime Quarter Steakhouse. But yeah, Ponderosa, fantastic. Gavin said, I'm in my early 20s and stopped learning cursive in elementary school. Wow. That's wild to me. And that's fine. Again, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but, if it's not a feasible thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Old Country Buffet. That's another one.
Yeah. A lot of like chains.
Yeah. The old like home style chains, buffet chains or chains like that.
Gosh. Well, there in Ben Harbor, what was that steakhouse that we like going to and getting that butter or that cinnamon butter for the rolls?
Oh, that was just Texas
Roadhouse.
Yeah, Roadhouse, but they just moved though. They're down there off of.
There's still plenty of Texas Roadhouses out there.
Probably not as many, but yeah.
Kmart is gone.
Janelle, that was a good one. Kmart gone.
Kmart.
Yep. Yeah, officially. I think there's one small one left in like Miami somewhere. But like the last full size Kmart just closed like last weekend. So anyway, well, hey, thanks for hanging out, everyone. We appreciate it. That was a fun Tuesday. Yeah. Obviously, keep tuning 107.1 on your FM dial, and then we'll see you back here tomorrow, streaming once again, getting your streams all over the place on a Wednesday. All right, bye.
Bye.